Oh, excuse me. What is the game doing? Let's do this.
Wow! This is the Golden House?
Oops.
It looked impressive enough from the outside,
Whoa.
but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside?
So filled with
And
Mora.
so full of Mora. This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case... Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Let's check out the Exuvia. All that Mora. Rex Lapis.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
Child.
If you were
Child.
Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she?
Definitely.
When
not.
she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams.
You don't know that.
Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it.
Bring it on.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Are you all ready?
Race you!
A fine opportunity.
Nice and spicy.
A clear shot.
Help! My dinner is attacking me! Eat this! Leave it all to me. Animal hypostasis emulation.
How unbecoming. Not
I missed time to clean
not
up.
bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Wipe out!
All you do is run.
Booba, get them!
This!
Easy enough.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Let's go.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you!
Let's do it. Let's do battle.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? Now, hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Someone needs assistance.
die.
Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Swirl. Mark 2. Water jet.
You're a cut above.
Not the child. He's sweet. He looks awesome when he
Look,
transforms.
Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off.
That was pretty cool.
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity.
That's right, man. That's all you can do.
This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
It is a strange one.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs
Seems like
to
you're more
those who
knowledge than
pursue
elements
strength.
reactions. Oh, yeah.
I seldom
Yeah,
willingly
we
involve
put a
myself with
hurt
the
on our
weak.
child.
Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as
Yeah, I've
Fatui
definitely picked up
harbingers.
a few things.
Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
Oh, no.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex,
Uh-oh.
who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
Maybe.
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Uh-oh.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
How intriguing. We got, uh-oh. It's not good.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Oh, no.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast.
Time to battle.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
How would I know, Paimon?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, right.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle.
Ordinary
Which
people.
is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is
Not necessarily.
not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
Well, let's see it.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yeah, let's battle. Let's do it.
Yep.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Let's get him. Let's do this. Alright, goosebumps. Let's battle.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We
course we're
Adepti
gonna
have
help.
not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Where's everybody else?
Absorption test!
Have a load of this!
so stupid.
Stand clear.
Looks like I went too fast.
Go!
Death.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very vulnerable with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Oh, jeez.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Animal test 63. The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Oh no.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Adepta energy! That light from your body, it's like the time between your cars! Wow, it's Madam Pink's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
I miscalculated. I do it. Let's move.
Animals with the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Why am I the only one fighting? Whoa.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit, but perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Disgusting.
Animal test 6308. Loba, get them! Eat this! Just...
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Yeah, good old Genshin, one player.
Leave it all to me. Acid right, Pip! Into the fire!
This isn't good.
You're toast! Stand clear. Enhanced animal module 75.
Breaking a sweat.
Nice and spicy. As a dutiful maid would. Yeah, I'll catch up.
30 more seconds.
It's a good night shift.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
I miscalculated.
Sure. Oh, now they're out here.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Let's see it. Holy sh... Oh no.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Uh-oh. They're gonna fire back. You're bombarded. That's close.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
Okay.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand.
Yeah, let's do it.
Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
The J Chamber. Whoa. Whoa. Nice. J Chamber's gone, man. That's cool though. That was fun. That's good. Haven't had a quest like that. Big epic
Is
ending.
it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
Up in on
We
2,000
are
years.
indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came?
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
I would agree, yes.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
Maybe.
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
What?
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there.
Alright. Hooray.
When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
Checks and balances, I suppose.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing.
What's that, Paimon?
Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out.
There is that, yeah.
But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
You would think.
Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Let's ask for him. Sorry, let's see what this is.
Race you!
Wouldn't it be crazy if I died in there because I had no stamina? I'm terrible. The Qixing, the Zhongling, Adepti. It's a lot to keep up with. Boy bear.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
Fairy lady.
I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
Why is it busy? So many people died?
Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House.
What are you getting at, Paimon?
Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue?
Surely he
Visiting
knows.
the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
Or he's pissed.
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Or maybe he's in on it? I don't know.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child.
Signora.
Besides,
So
aren't you
cool.
happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it?
Yeah.
I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you?
Not
Except
exactly.
for that little tussle we had at the end.
I was about to say, we just get on fighting.
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
Alright.
You remember the agreement, Morax. Now...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee.
I knew he had to be a
For
bad
my
guy.
promise is solid as stone.
Oh no. So Rex Lapis really is dead.
How sanctimonious.
Oh, wait.
What?
Actually Rex
So
Lapis?
you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
Maybe.
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right, which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Lilith back under control?
Of course.
Yeah, basically.
And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the... Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Maybe.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
That's not how I saw it.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
Oh, that's the way it
I
goes.
think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that?
Oh, wow.
Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
No, I don't think so.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty.
But what does the Gnosis do? That's what
Tsaritsa.
I don't understand.
Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Gnosis is just like an artifact, I guess, but... Oh, she's nice.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit,
okay, yeah, don't give
then
it away
I
then.
certainly would not be inclined to agree to it.
You've been summoned.
My
Mr.
agreement
Sith's
with the
child.
Cryo-Archon
Yeah,
will be
he
the
just
last
walked
of
out.
my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to
Yeah, well, don't
end
give it away
all
then.
contracts.
I'll figure it out in time.
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
I'll see what I can do. Okay. On farewell. Let's do it. I've been summoned because I sense child. It was pretty cool when he transformed.
The rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Yeah, I think so too. We spent a ton of time getting all this together.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
What are the rumors?
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything.
That's true.
There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank.
No.
I think they called him Child.
Oh, jeez.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Uh-oh.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Maybe.
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed.
Child's getting tons of
I mean,
hate.
it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things?
Forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Hear ye all, the Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Okay. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Okay, thank you for that.
Diamond needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Oh goodness, what I miss. Everybody's here.
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching.
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
Hooray!
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Traveler. Yes?
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Millions.
Whoa!
Alright, Primo Gems.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
What? We're looking for her brother. Well, that's like one of the only... You don't hear her speak too often. That's kind of cool. Talk to the people.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the...
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations...
Why you? Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
Sorry. A fond farewell. Was Zhongling here? Oh, there he is. It's Rex Lapis.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Let's do it.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never
Loving the
had
gambling
to.
mentality for roles.
But
Yeah.
since you weren't
Primo
used
Gems,
to
Primo
not
Gems.
being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as position. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing
all
your
we can
journey
do.
may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
The Shogun. He's
Visions?
going to need it. Oh
When
no.
faced with
It's gonna be that bad?
circumstances beyond their control,
Yikes.
humans often bemoan their lack of power.
Yikes.
But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed
it's
upon
that
those
bad,
who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Oh, more than that? Holy cow.
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent.
They want to seize visions. But what?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings.
Whoa. That's harsh.
That's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity.
Huh.
It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Well,
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know?
So about the trial, about the child.
Yeah, about that.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Chiefs. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a
They
harbinger,
complete a lot of quests.
I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
This is terrible!
Yes.
Inflation.
This is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good lot.
It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
Oh, goodness.
All right then. Was there anything else?
No,
Well
get me out of
then,
here.
I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Alright, chapter 2. Blue star approaches. Very cool. We did it. We did it. A teapot to call home. What is a gadget? Ah. All right. You know what we need to do? Haven't done our dailies today because we have been busy running around. So let's go do that. These are our daily quests for the day. Do a little leveling up. You have just gotten 3 new quests. Okay. Hola, Genshin. Yes, what's up, bud? Hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás? I'll definitely do this quest. I'm gonna do these dailies.
Steady as stone.
Uh-oh. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Muy bien, ¿y tú? Okay. Let's get over there. Let's get over here. W Spanish? Yeah, man, Spanish is hard. I should know a lot more than what I do now. I took it for a long time at school. And I've been to Mexico a couple times. And I used to work on a farm where all the other guys spoke Spanish. But it's one of those things, if you don't use it, you lose it. Bien, bien. Bueno, muy bueno. It's one of those things, man, if I don't use it, I lose it. And I don't have anybody to talk to in Spanish anymore. So it's hard for me to communicate effectively in Espanol. This as much as I would like to. And plus I've got an accent, you know, kind of a southern accent, so I don't have the best pronunciation. Oh, come on.
Swirl, Mark 2. Water jet.
There we go. Soy Sarah Hernandez. Oh, okay. So, are you saying, okay, I have to look that up. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So basically, you're saying there's a girl in Mexico that you love? Let's see. Can't teleport to those, can I? Teleport there. Genshin for the PS4. Very nice. Let's offer all these. Yeah, I think it means to love, right? No, I'm sorry, woman. It means woman. Mujeres? Mujeres? It's woman. Yeah. Right? I'm pretty sure. It's woman in Spanish. Mujeres, I think is how you pronounce it. Like I said, I'm sure my pronunciation is off. Mujeres, mujer. Because a J kind of makes an H sound in Spanish. Yes. See, Chris. Can't get up that way. Can I get up this way? Level 50. Whoa. Not level 50. I think I have like a world level 2, adventure rank 29. I got a long way to go till 50. I don't even know if I can get up going this way. No. Jeez. Let's go around. Spanish and Japanese, two languages I wish I knew. Languages I could learn. We could definitely learn them all together, but it's just setting aside the time. See us studying. Okay. So my pronunciation was good enough. Far from perfect, I'm sure. I took classes for Japanese and Spanish a long time ago, but I never learned much from them. That's a shame. I know a little bit of Japanese. I know enough to like introduce myself and to say hello and to say a few other things. But I don't know enough. Oh, whoops. Being attacked.
Go!
Is something wrong? Leave it to me. If you do learn both, you realize that Spanish and Japanese pronunciation is almost identical. It's kind of close. Yeah, it's not too far away. I mean, I think that's why it's kind of easier for. Okay, wait. I'll go to the mountains. I'll head to the mountaintop. Yeah, I'm sure it would be tough, but we can make it happen. Just gotta dedicate your time. It's hard when you have children too. Dedicated with time to everything that you want to do. I currently have 2 children. I have 1 more on the way. So it's definitely hard to prioritize all of my time. You know, and then I still play games like this at night when everybody goes to bed.
You're toast! Steadiest absorption test.
Okay, let's see.
Water jet! Luba, get them! Nice and spicy. Water jet!
These poor hilly trolls, they never had a chance, did they? Japanese, English? Hola, Espanol. Yeah. How do you say, are you asking me how you say hello in Japanese? Because I guess it kind of depends on the time of day. Uh-oh, there it is. I see you guys. I see ya. Nice. Ti amo, I love you. Yeah, right? Ti amo, mi amor. That's a wrap. Not that bad. Okay. Let's see. Last one. I'll run up the hill, I guess. See, I can't read Japanese. I don't know any of the kanjis. The hiragana. I'm not that good. I wish I did, man. But instead of learning things, I spend time playing video games. So, you know, what are you gonna do?
A reward on the road.
Chris. Yeah, man, we love Chris. I've also been to Peru, and they don't speak Spanish down there. Like it's like a mix between like Portuguese and something else. I don't know, or maybe it's not Portuguese. I don't know what it is they speak in Peru. It was something pretty different. Like some of the words were the same, but a lot of it was different. Things were substituted in. ¿Cuántos años tú tienes? 31. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 31. I think 31.
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
Oh, there's more over here. Here comes the backup.
Steady as stone.
Eat this! Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
There we go. 18, bueno. Goins, hola. What's up, buddy? Hola, amigo.
I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance.
Gotta check, make sure there's nothing good inside here.
Get them!
I couldn't hear you the first time you said it. Wait, what is it? I couldn't hear you the first time you said it. What is your name, Mr. Jones? What is my name? Oh, it's Frank. Whoops. Got a lot of this stuff to pick up. Uh-oh.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Stand clear!
Got him. I'm just kind of taunting him.
So many raw materials.
¿Cuántos años tú tienes? Yeah, 31. See. Okay, let's now turn these in. It's right here. Let's go here.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from your own skills, reliable teammates are also indispensable when adventuring.
Absolutely.
Another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
No.
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
Ah, yes. I do have some information that may be of help to you.
Okay.
Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
Blonde. Dress is all funny. It feels like Paimon's heard this one before. Wait, do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like hers?
Is it her brother?
Like the honorary knights?
Oh.
No, they couldn't look more different. This...
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Kaya? I just can't prove that you're related anyway.
That stranger declined the guild's invitation,
Absolutely, no problem.
so I can't say that I know anything about the relationship between him and Mr. Kaya. Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're interested. Perhaps he might accept your commission instead. After all, it is not uncommon for some adventurers to not want to be limited by the guild, but be happy to accept a fellow adventurer's requests. And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like that. You are the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius, after all. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards and... Well, as to further news about him, you may want to ask Mr. Lawrence. He stands guard at the city gate. I wish you every...
Thank you, Catherine. I'm also here to turn some things in, though.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Dispatch. Oh, okay. There we go.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome. Thank you for completing today's...
Oh, nice. 20 primos.
Ad Astra Abyss...
It's pretty cool. The Scholar's Ink Cup. Cryo damage bonus. Okay. Complete a teapot. Oh. Really wants me to do this teapot quest, doesn't it? If you tried wishing recently, you may get a better 4-star DPS. I need a better 4-star DPS. I have not tried wishing recently. We got a little bit of scratch to where we could. I don't know if we should just wait for the next banner to drop. Because Venti's not a DPS, is he? He's a support. This guy, Worthlessly, or however you say it, Worcestershire Sauce. Whatever his name is. I mean, is he that good of a DPS? I thought Cryo had kind of fallen off. Worthlessly is a DPS. How do you say his name? See, I feel like I should just save. Right? Who's this, Bennett? Who else is in this banner? He's pretty good. Yeah, I tried them, like the trial thing. But I know I won't get them. I'd like to wish right now, or I may just keep saving. Let's see. Ooh, we don't have enough. Stardust Exchange. His name is pronounced like... Okay. Riesli. How do you get this? How do I... Oh, through wishes? This currency is used to rare resources. Surplus. Gotcha. Oh. The gift shop. Adventure share bundle. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's a ton. So you would get 980. So for 980 it's gonna cost you $15. Wow. Chat, YouTube. Yeah. Go into chat, YouTube. Yeah, man, we're just chatting. Character outfits. Gosh, those are expensive. Recommended. Paimon's Bargains are where it's at. Purchase Primo Gems. We need to wait until next month and I can get some more of these. 9 more days. I would like to. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait as long as I can before we do another wish. Trust me, nothing would make me more excited than doing some gambling on here. Drop about $60. You know, just the price of a normal retail game.
Someone needs assistance.
And spend some money. But the thing is, I would like to have a slightly better understanding of the game and all of its concepts before I spend any money. So I'll wait just a little bit longer.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already.
Liyue.
I could hardly ask for more.
Well, that's nice of you, Granny.
In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
You're too kind.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do.
What do you mean by Sarah Genshin PS4? Is that like you want to play
ahead of you.
Together in this game?
Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then,
okay, the corny family. I think
old folks once received from
I'm hesitant to spend too many resources on too many different characters.
If you will.
Or should I? Because
I will not
feel like
go
I want to
into
get like
too
the best
much detail,
people
but
I can.
subspace creation is the ability. The
Should I just try to build a really strong four-person team, or should I just try to level everybody up?
Using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an adept...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. But that's enough nostalgia.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither. What's more, I doubt that. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, you would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, but almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm.
Smaragdus?
So it used to be. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is... goodness knows if that...
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me.
Yen Fei?
Yen Fei? I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't?
Yeah.
Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
Oh, wow.
You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith
awesome.
at Julian Karst and
I
made
guess she's a
contact with the
DPS.
Fatui.
Unfilled DPS.
Before finally defeating an ancient god together with a shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
A legal advisor?
Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yenfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need. You'll have to excuse Yenfei.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom.
Very cool.
They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that.
Okay,
Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for.
Is that so? Yenfei, are you sure?
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's... Hold on.
Whoa, that's a...
Commercial consultancy. Or... Snezhnaya. Found him. Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some smaragdus jadeite to make hair. So, I guess I'll go look for him.
I'll go with you.
You want to join me?
Wow. And best we be a...
Let's go. Let's get the smaragdus jadeite or whatever the hell it's called. Smaragdus jadeite. Looks like some crazy names. What's up, Crossel?
Hello, Mr. Crossel. How's business been?
Business
Oh,
is
good,
a booming.
very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes.
What level
As a matter of
should you
fact, in the end, I did acquire a small
is it
piece of
level 90?
Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins?
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees...
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be...
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhiqiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell.
This is the town of contracts, so.
Pavilion. Best Lee food.
Come on. Can I get food to go? Let me get some of that food to go. I'm awfully hungry tonight, boys. Is this not where I'm supposed to be? I am awfully hungry.
All in a day's work.
All in a day's work.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Oh,
yes,
did she
that's
lose
me.
it?
Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I don't know how it could have happened.
Expensive.
I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them.
You blew it.
My family is in the ore business too. We now have a backlog of a big banquet is coming up. That's what the hairpins were, but now that I've lost the hair...
What will you
Why
do?
does
You don't have to pay
Would
up.
you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't...
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure,
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she'd true.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However,
It's a good contract.
all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Ah.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part?
Yeah.
Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by...
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please,
Child's trying to join
please, However much it is, I will have to, now that it's come to the...
Yes, legally speaking. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hair...
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gems... My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past.
Smooth to the touch. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossels.
Okay. To Mr. Crossels we go.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
Not at all.
About that.
They're junk. I need new ones.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I think she does.
I'm sorry. Truly I am.
Mora! Do you have any idea what I just don't... Forget it.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
Oh, jeez.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We'll find those hairpins.
How could she lose my hairpins?
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Oh, jeez.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and...
Find somewhere you can sit. Oh, fellas, I'm hungry. We have to eat.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions.
Excuse me.
I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and if mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. Mr. Chow, did you at any time...
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that if I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right...
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that...
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be a...
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this.
Well then, since you're so experienced...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for every... It feels like Yanfei is...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything anywhere commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be...
I understand. Then?
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 6...
Oh, wow.
Contract has so many pages!
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract.
I've had a read through. Everything checked.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before. In which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yanfei,
I have to ask.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we fall. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it.
Absolutely not.
But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... I've got it. Let's pay if Mr. Crossel had his
Shoo. The Jade Man himself.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yenfei. Is something the matter?
That's unique.
Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win?
Yes, Yenfei, on-field
I swear on
DPS.
all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnyan merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnyan merchant named Crossel. I do remember that. He brought me... That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request. Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there,
Those are
in
big
fact.
shavings.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Those are some big shavings.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Sorry, boys, I'm looking at a few pictures.
What should I try this time?
Try your luck betting on Jade?
The debris. Where is this debris? Oh, here it is. Let's observe it.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings. Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
Huh. So we were lied to.
A
We've
thin
been
layer
duped.
of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy.
Is that so? So, did you find anything?
Not a trace.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so
She's
happens
worked
that
in
if
the
these
ore
two
industry.
stones actually look very similar, someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
Yeah.
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossel...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Here you go, Chateau.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But my...
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit.
Oh my gosh.
This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for...
I wouldn't say there's been an incident. Just a minor issue.
Yeah.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. If you want to make jewelry,
What
you
is
need
this?
a professional
What's
jewelsmith.
that,
Let me think.
Ace,
Jewelry.
whatever,
Jewelry.
Ace Attorney.
Nope. Aha! Got it! Sinxie. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick.
Oh,
How
jeez.
can you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day.
Make
As
sure
you
it
know,
loaded.
Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say...
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
Wow.
You memorized?
You sound surprised. Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Sinxie.
Let's go. Let's go do something. I'm tired of the dialogue. Tired of the senseless dialogue. I want to fight.
I'll catch up.
Go see cool places.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you.
Hello,
Has something happened? Did the client from last time...
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yes, he came to me with a chunk of some... The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exact... This order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found.
Miss Sinxie, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was...
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself. The item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of...
Thank you, Sinxie. Now, could you let me...
Sure. It isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take...
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue. I'll return your doc...
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone...
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need.
With the weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to...
Because only he can provide an authority... Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands...
Let's go.
Someone
to the
needs
library,
assistance.
whatever that was, the records, or whatever this place was.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well. Now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
Absolutely.
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that it is abundant in element... Anyway, I suppose that you're a...
That is indeed the case.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document, But after I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if...
you need...
You're too...
That Baidu guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
To Crossell's house. Gonna beat him up. Let's confront him.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
0.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this.
Frame?
I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
We're not in a court of law, though.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of
hard evidence. Something legally binding.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus Jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either.
Oh no.
And this guy's...
Our case is falling apart.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors?
Hit him with it.
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
Well, now you know,
No
buddy.
idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Uh-oh.
However, I'm sure that the
So
Ministry
catch
will
charge
be
now.
relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
Uh-oh.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew?
Confession.
Oh, dear Mr. Crossell.
Now a confession.
But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Wow.
It's
been had.
Yep, he's seriously intimidated.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite.
No, never admit it.
But I'm a victim in
Deny
all of
it.
this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus Jadeite. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But that's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch. I was worried that someone would see through it.
Give me that.
Exactly. If
Give
they
me
weren't
that
the real
Jadeite.
deal, why'd you make her
Death
pay so
sentence.
much?
Yeah, put him back. Put him down.
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus Jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
It's a ton, dude.
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
It's a ton of money, man.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite.
I don't care.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jichao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But I... All right, then. This cursed rock's brought me in...
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn the Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever, it'll do.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for your help
Dispense
this
the
time, Miss
pleasantries
Yunfei. When you have the time,
all the
I'll be
law.
sure to visit and express my...
Oh, come on. Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so?
Actually, I could see from the hairpins if we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that...
Exactly. Usually
Too
when
easy.
someone tells us they've lost some...
The right solution depends on the objective of my client, Mr. Chow, an Adeptus. Speaking of, Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Probably, yeah.
Paimon can think of someone who would
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay.
Let's go to Granny's house. Whoa, Granny. So many quests to do down here. I'm so sleepy. I'm sleepy and hungry. It's a terrible combination. Madam Ping.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back.
Oh, you. All right then.
I'm off then. Bye. Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should...
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not?
Get out of
I'm
here.
leaving. I'm leaving.
That child. Indeed, she... Yanfame. Liua is all right then. Let us...
Oh, Paimon's so excited!
She begins to construct it again.
There, hold it firmly. If you were... Take these blueprints with you as well.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
That is a good question.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await...
Serenity Teapot unlocked. Open air workshop. Okay. Gadgets and gizmos. Click to place the Serenity Pot. Ah, very cool. Do you wish... Okay. Doesn't matter much, does it? Here we go.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's! There's even a great big house in the middle, too!
Very cool.
Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it. Paimon can't do that! Well, still. What? Oh, wait a sec.
I have some furnishings with Paimon. Complete a teapot to call 1.2 to unlocked. Cool, I didn't know this was a thing. That's what I can customize my little house now, my little area. Tall birch.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call... hang on a moment. Oh, call me...
Tubby?
I suppose you may call me Tubby.
So you're the little helper, Madame Ping.
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep. Though it is
cool.
the Adepti who create realms such as this, They generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of the... Thus, we teapot spirits were created. You may consider me a butler. If now, allow me to explain this. Have you any blueprints on you?
Yes.
As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however...
Blueprints?
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on. Open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to then simply release the thought from your mind.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, this world is not a true one after all. It provides merely a moment of...
A golden-eyed adeptus?
I hardly remember myself. Well, let's not dwell on that. If there's anything you...
Let's do it. Okay, look for Tubby. Okay. Huh. Cool. Ah, very cool. What is this? Some trees. What does it cost? Does it cost anything? Oh, there's my tree. Huh. This is pretty neat. Oh, I can spin it like this. Okay. Okay. Cool. Save the changes. Ah, my own little forge. Very cool.
The one before you is known as Jade Seeker. One travels far and wide, seeking naught but to witness.
Okay, Chevy, what's up?
Ah.
Oh, a jade-eyed cat. An agile and wise soul. How much does... Oh, I don't have any money. Sorry, buddy. Talk to Tubby. I'm a little confused. Into the mansion. Oh man. I know I had all kinds of furnishings. At least I thought I did. Material. See, I don't even know any of this stuff is either. Here we go. Very cool. So how do I use the furnishings in here? Ah, I see, I see. Okie dokie. Huh. What? What's this? can I turn it? Missing components. I don't know. Holy cow. Why can't I do this? It's because am I broke? Whatever. The loading is a bug, I believe. Talk to Tubby to build the furniture that you have collected. Okie dokie.
Maybe you're not...
Rank bonus. Okay. Very cool. Ah, I see. Weekly conversion. What would I convert it into? Oh, it's gonna take 13 hours? Holy cow.
If you ever have any...
Wow. I'm a little confused by this, I won't lie to you.
The one before you is no... Ah.
Subspace boulder. Okay, how do I get out of here? Okay, let's get out of the serenity pods. Let's hop out of the pots. That's pretty cool. I like that there's that many levels to this game. Oh gosh. Now let's move the initiative.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
Let's try to do a couple floors. What do we say? Try to clear the 4th floor. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I know I can give it a try though.
Steady as stone. Boba, get them! Water jet! Animal test 6308. Nice and spicy. Water jet! You're toast! As a good knight should. Bombs away! Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 75. Stand clear. Leave it all to me. Someone needs steady as stone.
Isn't looking good, is it?
Absorption test. Yeah, swirl. Mark 2. Stand clear. Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. Boba, get them! Absorption test. Stand clear. Enhanced animal module 75. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Come on.
Animal test 6308. Wipe out! Nice and spicy. You're toast! Stand clear. Gooba, get them! Swirl, Mach 2, absorption. Yeah. As a good night show.
Not gonna happen.
Yep.
Can't clear the first floor.
Nice and spicy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Race you. Water jet. I must leave no stone unturned. Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Nice and spicy. Sinners.
Yikes. Well, I think I'm done for the night, boys. I am tired. We did a little bit today. Nothing too crazy, but we knocked out some stuff. Got a ton of quests I need to do. My quest log is just... It's big. It's big. But anyways, we'll get it figured out. We gotta figure out when we're gonna do some wishing too. Getting a lot. We're not getting a lot. We can do one 10 pull. We're not gonna do that right now though. We gotta figure out when. We'll figure it out. Okay. See you guys. Peace.